Okay, I wasn't sure.
Hey, Blasphemers, hang tight. Tanner's here with us. It's our holiday party, and we're about to start right now.
Woo!
Hey, Blasphemers, welcome to Simple Blasphemy, where we have the best times with the worst topics.
We're three friends that discuss everything and nothing, from wacky headlines to games and trivia. All subjects bizarre and risque are on the table.
Our weekly guests range from friends, musicians, and artists to professionals in a variety of industries.
We go live on Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Want to support the show? Join our Patreon. You can find it and more at www.simpleblasphemy.com.
So grab a drink and join it!
It's too late now. This is Simple Blasphemy.
All right, welcome to the Simple Blasphemy podcast, all you blasphemers out there. My name is Zach Ward, and I have here with me always Andy.
I'm not going to say anything other than this.
And for the audio listener, what are they?
They don't have to. No.
Okay, that's what he said. And also, we have here Zach, the Green Machine.
Hey, this podcast in the opening credits or bumper, whatever you want to call it, said something that we have the best times.
With the worst topics.
I don't know, man. I'm just not having
Still
a good
waiting
time
for those
yet.
times?
I'm still waiting. When do they show up? When do we receive them?
Maybe you need to adjust your expectations as to what you think a good time is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, how about whoa. How about your final thought at the end of the show, Green?
Well, that's not
I'm
my
not gonna
final
remember
thought. That's
that.
my opening thought. It's just I'm waiting for where's the good. I'm waiting.
Well, hang tight.
Oh,
Yeah. All the
There's here. Oh, there it is.
all the info on this show can be found at simpleblasphemy.com. And if you click that like, share, or subscribe button, or all three at the same time, you'll receive 5 years good luck.
See, I thought we were going to change it to you get to decide what next Chinese New Year's animal is.
Ooh. Okay. We'll start
That'd be
that
a good
next
one.
year.
The year of the guinea pig.
As mentioned this week, we are joined here by Tanner Squirts the Wirts.
Oh my God!
What up, dudes? Good to be here. It's been a pleasure.
Tanner
But I'm
Squirts.
not. But I'm leaving later.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna sit here and be on the show. So thanks for having me, guys.
When's the last time you had a squirt?
About 9:00 this morning.
No,
I thought you were talking like
like
the
the
soda. Oh
the
God!
beverage.
Laying down or
Not the
standing
other
up?
thing.
Yes.
Okay.
God, that's got to be a record. We talk about diarrhea on this show.
Now you just
Well,
recently,
squirt could be the other thing where you
Yeah.
hand jive it to life.
Tanner.
I thought that was a tug.
I rub my prostate, more comes out.
That is scientifically accurate.
It's
Now,
called the
Tanner,
old knuckleball.
Oh, shit.
you recently moved out of your parents' house. You have your own apartment, right?
That's correct.
Awesome.
So, do you now have to wash your own cum rag, or
Oh God! No, now he can just do it wherever he wants.
Does it have an oh dear to it?
So I
Like
still
brown?
keep my normal cum rag routine,
Primer paint.
but I just feel I don't have to like have my porn as loud. Or excuse me, no, I can turn
Oh.
my porn as loud as I want.
oh,
Sometimes you know what? Sometimes I like to mute my porn just so I can like create my own dialogue with it.
oh, I should have been prepared for that. Oh man,
But no, it's cool. I only moved like 5 minutes away. I'm just off of Bancroft. It's a good spot. I'm with my buddy from college, and we have our dog Hef. He's a Australian Shepherd mix, so it's a good hang
He
here.
is. I'm
Andy,
trying to get an
Andy, I'll send you a pic. He's a good dog.
Please do.
what's the best thing for you about living on your own at this point? What is it?
Go on, tell me.
No, it's seriously just like that feeling of like, okay, I'm a responsible adult. where I have my shit together. Because for the longest time, aka my entire life, I thought I didn't. So it was like that step in the right direction, especially in a time of so much uncertainty. I'm just like, okay, I can do it. So it's more so just knowing that I can do it and financially be responsible for it, which is a lame answer, but it's true.
I heard you say beer. Beer responsible?
I do drink a lot of beer here.
So, having said that, we like to do our shout-out segment to the top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I thought we were going to do the shout-out with Tanner, but, he's here.
Is he going to do it live?
Well, just hold on.
Oh.
We got to talk about our favorite country first.
Yeah, so we talk about our favorite country, the top 5 countries in the audio-only podcast. Coming at number 1 at 87.67% is who?
India! We love you, motherfuckers!
Oh,
good all over the world. Doesn't that fucking feel good?
I think you just set off some alarms.
That just cured coronavirus.
Yeah, was that a sonic boom, as they say?
I think it was more of a Hadouken.
Yeah. And the United States, Canada, Germany, and Belgium ironically knocked Russia out of the top over there. But hey, guess what? We love all you humans human blasphemers out there. And without any further ado, this is our time where Tanner Wirtz. Shout out from Tanner Wirtz. Squirts.
Hey guys, Tanner Wirtz here. I want to give a big shout out to my man, Sir Paul McCartney. Now, his new album is fantastic. I just listened to the whole thing today. It really could have used a song about wet-ass pussy, though.
Solid. Okay.
I think it's that sound effect that really drove it home.
It writes itself.
Hey, why does the wood grain in the shout-out look lighter, like oak, and now like you're looking at some type of walnut now on your doors?
I think it's because when I made this shout out, I didn't have this lamp on, which is right next to me.
Jesus.
This is some deep cut shit.
I thought you were a carpenter like Jesus, always experimenting with wood.
Andy, I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm the second coming, but I'm not that Jesus.
Okay.
That's Jesus number 1.
Oh. If there is a second coming, does that mean that Jesus is multi-orgasmic?
Yes.
Good for him.
My son.
Tantrically.
And thus I have came. I have cometh.
Orgasmically.
I have arrived.
I'm glad you said that. I was trying to figure out something kind of cool and fun we're kind of consider this our little happy hour holiday party here, folks. And thank you all for tuning in this year. And kind of decided to go back to the very first episode. And
oh my God. Awesome.
We were going to, at that point, episode number 1 was just Andy and I in his house. So here's a little clip right from the very start of the very first Simple Blast.
My name is Zach. This is Andy. I'm Andy. And thank you for tuning in to Simple Blasphemy. And we're going to talk about a whole bunch of fun stuff today. And a whole bunch of fun stuff we thought of this afternoon. You guys get way closer or you're not going to make it. I don't want there to be too much mic lag. Again, Michael lag. Anyway, yeah, we're going to go over a few things that we thought of earlier today. Yeah, why not? So here we go. First topic for you. I stumbled across a website, interestingly labeled as the Voluntary Human Extinction Movement. Yes, folks, you can visit and explore for yourself www.vhemt.org. So there we go.
So that's
wow, that was before I was born.
That was our original artwork, by the way.
That should be your next guest, Michael Lag.
Michael Lag.
Michael Lag.
Man, I love sounding like I had severe head trauma the first episode.
No, and Andy, you actually had a really chill, like NPR kind of voice, but like the boring kind of NPR.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were experimenting, right, Andy?
I was not Lakshmi Singh.
So guess what? We're going to cover our very
It's our
first
favorite person.
topic once again, and that is the voluntary human extinction movement. You can find that at vhemt.org. Now, could we be foreshadowing great things?
Beautiful, beautiful things. Pristine.
Maybe live long and die out. Phasing out the human species by voluntarily ceasing to breed will allow Earth's biosphere to return to good health. Crowded conditions and resource shortages will improve as we become less dense. All right. We are almost 3 years ago, give or take a few months. And Green, you weren't actually on this episode yet. You weren't even in the show yet. What's your thoughts on the voluntary human extinction?
Well, I like to say that
Other than you're participating.
Well, I like to say that because of a volunteer, some type of lottery that my wife had at work when she works in a hospital, she's getting a vaccination tomorrow, so she might very well be leaving this planet.
Oh, great.
Goodness.
Oh. Who spiked the punch bowl?
Boy.
Okay. No, Green, for real. This is a topic right up
I
here.
am for real.
Okay. Aside from your wife not making it, what's your thoughts on actually people voluntarily not procreating for the benefit of the actual planet? Come on.
Creating.
Nobody's going to do it for the good of the planet. Nobody would ever do that for the good of the planet. They're going to do that because their fucking shit fell off because of some fucking bullshit that hit the planet and just cooked humanity.
Did an asteroid hit the planet and my dick fell off?
Yeah, like some type of, the bacteria from some
comet
God. Or something like that.
Oh yeah, it turns into
a
moss sculpture,
and then shit starts not working and stuff like that.
Sloughs off like fucking. Yep.
Right, but to get everybody on board is like, hey, listen, guys, we're kind of getting up there too high. We gotta bring the numbers back. Can you just take one for the team? And nobody's gonna fucking listen to that bullshit.
Kelsey says, I think he meant his wife would be sterile. Is that what you're insinuating? Or you think she actually will pass away?
Who knows? I don't know.
That was a side effect they sort of talked about, but I think that was proven to be false. Like when they were talking about the vaccine being rolled out. So
okay,
I'm not trusting Facebook about the vaccine yet. I'll listen to the professionals.
I'll just go ahead and have had COVID.
I'll be one of the last.
Yeah, I don't know. Andy, we're revisiting this. What memories do you have of this article, and does your thoughts on it still seem the same?
I don't remember what I said the first time around, and I'm not going to try to pretend like I do. I will say that for anybody that does not actively want to have kids, cool, that's your choice. And that's really all it amounts to. If you want to be part of this, you can actually say you're part of them. And say, yeah, man, I'm a card-carrying Vimpt member. I don't actively try to impregnate my wife.
I'm exempt.
I'm exempt from Vimpt.
So
no, I don't remember it all.
So
I actually, even though I wasn't on that episode, I remember listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like yesterday.
Actually, some people listened to it because we actually had some audio problems with that. It wasn't playing or something like that.
Is that
but
when
anyway,
Loose Ass made a debut?
No, not yet.
Loose Ass?
But here's the very end of our very first episode. Here.
We've talked about a great many things for our first episode. I like that. Yeah, just easy to hear for you, though. It's a casual roll down the hill the whole time. I'm not talking about now. I don't know what you want to talk about now. Well, the movie rabbit hole is, I definitely want to go back to that because there's so many other things we can go into. But, yeah. So, folks, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. And, share, and we will work on more content for sure.
Yeah. Now, Andy, if you recall, I believe we were talking a few things about movies. I suggested, I believe I suggested a Kevin Bacon movie called Pump Up the Volume, and you said that I'm definitely going to watch that. And now it's been 3 years.
Mm-mm.
Did you keep it good with your?
No, I didn't.
Not at all.
No, I didn't. I don't think I have watched a single movie that anybody has told me to watch.
Okay, great. So
I'm sorry.
A little bit of simple blasphemy trivia just to have a little bit of fun here today. And this is all technical, I suppose. Who was the very first guest on Simple Blasphemy?
It was
Anybody?
Zach.
It was Zach Green.
Yeah.
And then Zach, that was on our 4th episode. And then
That
we
dude
kind
grabbed the
It was
bumper.
at my
and-
house too, wasn't it? It was at
Yeah.
my
No,
house.
we did like.
Look at that.
Text.
Yeah, I don't know why that says that, but this is our very first picture, and we are in Green's basement where he has an arcade. Now, we've talked about the arcade on the show numerous times, and this is a small glimpse of the arcade. So there you go. You have to see the video for that one.
Those young, budding, fresh faces.
Yeah. Who was the very first famous guest? Does anybody remember who the very first famous person guest we had?
Is that Boris?
Boris is correct.
There you go.
Wow.
Boris from Gogo Bordello and Hey Guy.
Hey, guy.
So we should probably call him up and get back
Yeah,
on.
right?
Who was our so aside from Zach Green, who ended up being part of the show, who do you think was the very first guest out of everybody? Any guesses? Dun, 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 dun. Rocka, rocka, rocka.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Jack Harrison, believe it or not. Jack was the
okay.
very first guest. And by the way, we have a question. It looks like it popped in. What's that car
I'm so glad somebody
that
else
is
did
orange
that.
behind Zach Green?
It's something that is actually more expensive than my actual car I drive to work every day.
Nice.
So-
It was a gift from one of my best friends.
Nice.
So, I mean, are you able to hold it up to the camera, or is it way too much? Or
Well, I'd had to stand up and lift. It's actually kind of heavy.
it's
Oh,
full
yeah.
of gasoline.
Yeah. So, no, but
probably doesn't have pants on?
Mm-mm-mm. Car?
Wait a minute.
For a split second, I thought you were actually pantsless.
No,
Merry
no.
Christmas,
No,
motherfucker.
every day I want to live the life like Bill Bonds and do newscasts like without any fucking pants on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? For what reason? What? Why is that your kink?
Because the whole time I grew up watching Bill Bonds because he was the local newscaster at one of the channels, where I grew up. I had some inside information that he used to do those newscasts without wearing fucking pants, and it just kind of floored me. I'm like, holy shit! I
Aspirations.
want to do that.
Yes.
And kids today, that's called work sexual harassment.
And here's the weather with my penis.
Like they wanted to. He always wanted the interns right next to him on newscasts. Like, not gonna happen today. Everybody takes a drink just thinking about it.
we have some vocal people in our chat here today, so let's ask this question, kind of tail backing to the movie thing. What's one movie that you think, so everybody, Kelsey and everybody else, Julio, what's one movie you feel that everyone should watch for whatever reason, and excluding anything pornography? You know what I mean? Only because
That's a good one.
excluding that, come on, Kelsey. Slight Chance of Golden Showers.
Is that like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
Again, sounds like a porn.
The side of guac.
Foggy
Maybe-
with a chance of D's nuts.
Got him.
Tanner, what if someone's never seen movies, what would be the first one you would say to somebody like, you've got to see this one?
I'd have to say super bad.
Okay,
Okay.
you're right. It's not
Just-
what I
just-
expected, but
What were you expecting?
I don't know. You're right.
Just-
I was
just
not
not
expecting
that,
super.
Tanner.
Just not that.
I'm making you think, dog.
Oh no, I was expecting what I was going to say, but I'll wait. I'll save that.
No, I just think with Superbad is like the comedic value. Seth Green and his buddy, or not Seth Green, Seth Rogen, excuse me. He wrote that script when they were teenagers, so that was just like years in the making. And then, to me, it was just like the perfect cast, the perfect, just amount of silliness for the time it came out. And honestly, like with me growing up in, holy shit, Alan.
For the audio listeners.
But no, to me,
you read
Superbad
that
came
for-
out at like the perfect time, I think, for me.
you-
So I'd say Superbad.
Can you read Alan's comment for everybody? What's his movie?
Certainly, it says, "Anal mountain high enough."
Ain't no mountain high
My favorite song. Wow.
Hey, the Mosquito Coast. That's the one that's got Harrison Ford in it.
I have to back this up. I'm so sorry. Kelsey she chimed in with the Breakfast Club. Oh gosh,
Absolutely.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
And don't forget, folks, you can go on our YouTube channel and see the interview we had with the gentleman that co-wrote "Don't You Forget About Me."
Steve
Shifter. Let's see. Julio also said City if Lost Children.
City of Lost Children. That was a good one too.
Okay. Man,
What would you guys say? Well, hold up, Andy. What was the one you were thinking about?
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, absolutely.
It's accessible. It's a good story. I don't know.
once again, Harry Pothead and the Stone Philosopher.
This is where we diverge.
Wow. All right. Green, I don't know. In your day, we might have called these feature films, right? Is there a feature film? Is there a motherfucking feature film that you would say, oh, you got to see this one? And nothing like This Old House or, like an actual movie.
I think it's 1973.
Oh, no, it's actually 2020.
No, the film is from 1973, and I think the name of the film is called The Holy Mountain.
The Holy Mountain.
1973. I'm not sure. I'm trying to guess right here.
No, it's fine.
Was it a
The Holy
termite
Mountain
problem?
from 1973. It was directed by Alejandro Jodorowsky. And
Okay,
he
what
was
kind of
also in
Polish
it.
connection do you have to that?
Horatio Sands was in it. Wait, no. Horatio Salinas. Wow.
I know it's
That's-
just a way.
That's a fucking deep cut.
It was just a fucking way out there fucking movie, man.
That's a deep ass cut. There's pictures of oh wow, there's an orgy.
Oh yeah, it's
Julio says Shawshank Redemption, of course. Let's see. Kelsey says An Affair to Remember.
Jesus Christ.
We're getting good ones here.
That's like a rom-com / porn, isn't it?
Now wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
This is a scene from the Holy Mountain.
Okay.
Julio said Suspera.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Wow.
Look at those jock straps.
Yeah,
Look at all those
check it out, man. Check it out.
Alan says Suspect. Or are you talking about Usual Suspects? Or, that could be... What's that one movie with, I believe it's Robert Redfern, that Sneakers? Do you guys recall the movie Sneakers?
It's after the candy bar. That's got Ben Kingsley in it, Dan Aykroyd, River Phoenix, Sidney Poitier. Yeah.
It's super good, but the
It's
ending,
awesome.
if I remember, was horrific.
The ending was kind of dumb.
Maybe they meant to do it that way.
I don't know, man.
Oh, Alan says, the Cher movie. Now, see, speaking of Cher movies, Moonlighting, I thought was a fantastic movie.
What?
Let's talk about it.
Moonlighting was no
Moonlighting.
mermaids.
What's that again? Moonlight. That movie.
Moonlighting was Cher in New York City with Face Off guy.
Oh, I'm okay.
Nicolas
I'm
Cage?
thinking of something
Nicolas
else.
Cage.
Thinking of something else.
Face Off guy.
What was that the name of the movie with the
Is that like the Heart in the Blender song?
No, that wasn't in the movie where the guy with the deformed face, was it?
That's The Mask. And
The Mask.
she was in that.
Yeah, she was.
Rocky Dennis.
Man, we're getting some deep cuts here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, before we do anything else, did any one of you guys watch? Now, I wish I was prepared for this. Did any of you guys watch the trailer for Coming America 2? Coming to America 2, I'm sorry.
I
think
did.
No, I haven't.
I
What?
think I have, yes.
Actually, Alan, you're right. It is Moonstruck. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Moonstruck. Moonlighting's with Bruce Willis.
The new Coming to America with
Same cast.
yes, actually I think there's a few extras. They had Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name and I couldn't tell you.
I haven't heard that name in a 1044 tax exemption clause. I don't even know what that means, but yes.
Actually, the latest trailer I just saw, well, it's not really a trailer, but Peter Jackson, like from The Lord of the Rings, he's coming out with a Beatles documentary. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I totally did, and it looks like it's going to just make their breakup even more heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Well, because like the thing he talked about, like if you watch the beginning of it, he said there's more trailers to come. He was just like showing like a little video montage to kind of hold us over, but it's basically like he wanted to highlight basically the parts of like that period of the Beatles where they weren't fighting. So all the footage, because he collected like 56 hours of unseen footage, but he the only parts he's really showing are the ones where like they're not fighting. Because like at that time, even that video you watch, it's on YouTube. Like Yoko Uno is like chilling right
What?
of did I say
Did you
Uno?
say
I meant
Yuko Uno?
No, I like her Yoko Uno. I really like that better.
Yuko Uno.
Yuko Ono. Uno.
With a
Shit.
Komodo.
But like that's but no, you watch her and like on that YouTube video, and she's like sitting like the Beatles are rehearsing or recording or whatever, and she's sitting directly right in front of John during like while like they're trying to like rehearse or record or whatever. So that probably brought some tension. Like, you know, they're probably like, why the fuck is she? Oh, you know, why the fuck is she here? That's not really a great British
Why the fuck
accent.
is she here? Ugh.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to piggytail off what Julio says here. Maybe Peter Jackson's working on some technology to kind of just digitally get rid of her.
That'd be funny as shit. That would make everybody happy, right?
You realize the rest of the Beatles are going to die before she does, right?
I thought I was like the worst artist on the planet until I really started to deep dive on some of her shit.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
I'm not going to. Think about it this way: her stuff has been seen somehow. She's made it happen where the world has seen, in some cases, heard. Just as annoying as that Ricola commercial. My
Well, the
precious.
difference with me is I don't take myself seriously.
All right,
As
we
you
had fun.
shouldn't.
We had fun with this. So,
So
y'all
we're
in the
gonna
chat, what's the worst movie? The worst movie you would say, whatever you do not see this movie. That's what we're looking for. Has anybody like walked out of a movie theater?
Oh, I know this one, man. This is it.
Come on, Green. Come on, baby.
Yentl.
Yentl.
Rising.
Say hi to Jen Tabor.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen Tabor.
Hey. What movie was it, Green?
Yentl. I just remember when I was a kid, all the adults got together when HBO first came out, and they all had to gather and watch this incredible fucking movie when they sent the kids in the basement to fucking do whatever. But you know, it was like such a like oh yeah, we got to get together and watch this incredible fucking movie. So years later, when I'm like, let me see what they were so like excited about. So I started watching it, and I'm just like, this is fucking horrible, man. Fucking horrible fucking movie. It's like an adult movie.
Okay,
An
okay,
adult movie
Green.
that you will never reach.
Green, stop beating around the bush. Tell us how you really feel. Okay, Tanner, worst movie that
Horrible
you
movie,
tell
like
people,
that fucking.
It's a terrible ass movie.
somebody to avoid.
Okay, I'll give two real quick. the first one's obvious, Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler, obviously. But
Okay. Yeah.
but to me, there was a movie that came out I think within the past 5 or 6 years called Chappie, where it was like about this like rogue robot that was running off of artificial intelligence, and like the whole the idea of the movie is good, but the way the script was laid out and like the characters, like it sucked major donkey dick.
So Dion Ford didn't do a good job, huh?
The only pro of that movie, it had Sigourney Weaver. She was one of the main. I think she was the leading actress in the movie, which is disappointing because like she just for her being in the movie was the best part of the movie. The rest of the movie kind of blew.
So it was a Sigourney Weaver vehicle.
So Julio says anything with Adam Sandler, I'd rather be sodomized with a broomstick dipped in brake fluid.
You good, bro?
Be careful. It's very flammable, by
That's
the way.
better than transmission fluid.
Yo, Julio, if you need someone to talk to, man, I'm here.
It's the holidays. We're all under a lot of stress.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Julio. The duo that makes up Die Awkward, however you pronounce it, they're in the movie as well. So it was just kind of, it was just all over the place.
I like them.
Jen says Rambo.
Rambo.
I love Rambo.
What's wrong
We
with
watched Rambo the first year we went to NAMM.
Yeah, what's wrong with Rambo, Jen?
Have to.
I mean,
damn.
Jen, your opinion's valid. We just want to know what your opinion is and why.
Ooh.
Yeah, and like just a few characters too.
And I have a Commodore 64 game called Rambo that is fucking awesome.
And it always comes back to UHF for me, the movie I love.
What's the movie you wouldn't love?
Also, Speed
Psycho.
Birds by
Psycho.
Alfred Hitchcock. Now, I will most certainly agree with that. All right, Rambo scared of the.
There is a lot of violence in that movie. That's a pretty percussively violent movie.
So in Jen's case, it was a traumatic experience as a child. I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, see, for me, I always tell people if you have not seen the movie UHF, it's just for me, it's a classic. I mean, it's just.
Oh, I love.
He made me
I
watch
love
it.
that movie.
I do make people watch it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I hate the Harry Potter movies and the Lord of the Ring movies. I'd rather fucking, like Adam Carolla once said, I'd rather fucking put M80s up my ass and squat over a flaming hibachi than watch those fucking movies.
Huh.
Now,
That's how much I hate those fucking movies.
No.
Well, all of the Lord of the Rings and all the Harry Potters.
now, Green, out of those two,
I'd rather have open heart surgery to where I die in the end than
What
watch
about
those movies.
what about Harry Rings? Would you
I'm
watch
sorry.
Harry Rings?
I'm sorry. I mean, both those people made a lot of money and they wrote some really great fucking literature. Whatever. I hate it. I hate it all.
no, Green. Out of the two,
This
Lord
is
of
a
the Rings
holiday
and Harry
party.
Potter, which one do you hate more?
I hate
Harry
them
Rings.
equally as much.
That's really nice of you. You treat him equally
Equally
bad.
you.
Equally, I hate them.
Which Star Wars do you hate the most?
Oh Jesus, no.
No, I like the first Star Wars because I can remember going with my parents to see that film and it was
Feature
something. It was something new. I mean, I liked it. I did.
Okay.
For what it was, but I mean, a lot of my friends on my block became fanatics. I didn't. I became the fanatic of the Luke Skywalker that became the high school kid that built the Corvette in Corvette Summer. That is my Star Wars.
You're still giving some props to Mark Hamill, and that's all that's necessary, actually.
and
Mark
any
Hamill
pot-
forever.
That was
any
like the,
pot that he
that was like
co-starred
the
with.
kindest thing you could say, Andy.
Oh, dude, I fucking love that man.
I am just
He's a cool dude,
He's a
man.
cool fucking dude.
all right. Well, that covers nostalgic movies for 500.
Yeah, don't watch the movie Troll 2. I said that the first time, and I'm going to keep saying that for the rest of my life. That's the worst fucking movie ever made.
Are your kids still trying to watch it though, Andy?
No.
I wouldn't suggest it was the worst. It was just
Dude, that was the worst fucking movie. That's the worst movie that manages to get played, or used to get played on TV regularly.
Trolls 2? You had to
Troll
buy it for like
2. No, not Trolls 2, not the fucking Justin Timberlake shit. I'll watch that all day. No, Troll 2 from the 1990s
Wow.
or late 80s.
this says Trolls 2.
Speed Psycho agrees with Andy.
No, he doesn't. That's Trolls with an S, meaning
Troll
multiples.
2.
Are you talking about like the Leprechaun 2?
Kind of. So there was a movie called Troll, and then it did okay, and it was like a horror movie, and it freaked people out and shit, and they decided they were going to make a second one, and the second one had to do with turning people into like this weird fungus shit.
Oh,
And it was I don't know if maybe it was a time and place thing. I'm going to say that, Tanner. It was like,
Okay.
you know how you hear an album and it just strikes with you, but you don't really listen to it anymore. Maybe
Yeah.
that movie hit me at the wrong time.
and if you're
Actually-
tuning in, folks, this is our holiday party here, just having a
Well,
good time, little happy hour.
The only one I'm gonna have.
Yeah, right?
And by the
Seriously.
way, now this is kind of this is kind of weird. Does any of you guys see the movie People Under the Stairs,
Parts of it.
where the kid kind of breaks into a house and then discovers that the owner of that house harbored humans like in the basement?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I remember the trailers for it.
Man, that was a good one.
Kevin Bacon wasn't in it, was
No.
he?
No,
That's
Which was like People Under the Stairs. Only
Do you
it was
remember
the
that scene when
body
he
in the
gets?
chimney.
Remember that scene when Kevin Bacon got really mad in Footloose, and he gets so mad that he gets
Just
in
wanted
his
to dance.
car, and then he stops his car, then he punches his car, then he gets out, and he starts angry dancing. that is me every fucking day.
really.
I did. It is. I do that every fucking day when I get home from work.
So you're not checking the air pressure.
No, I'm just fucking punching my fucking car, man.
Being the
Hey,
fuck out of that PSI.
Squirts, you're
I
pretty
should be
young.
restoring my 70 Challenger, but in the meantime, I'm just fucking punching my daily driver.
Squirts, you're pretty
punched
young.
my daily
Like what's
driver.
the struggle for, you're 25?
Yeah, I'm
Four?
25. 25.
What's the
Man,
struggle?
you're a fucking baby.
Yeah, what's the struggle for a 25-year-old? Come on, man.
One, this pandemic, but I think everybody is on the same page with that, and also suffering equally, some more than others.
What's Tinder like in a
It's
pandemic?
ass, dude. It's fucking ass.
Do
It's like,
people
you guys-
like? Do you swipe right if it's like I've already had it this year, or what's the
like if
what's-
I already had like that girl, or like just
No, I mean if she's do people?
If the Lord was pleased and had that girl.
I'm just saying do people talk about I've already have it, don't worry about it, I'm good, or or
You don't need to use a condom. I already had COVID.
yeah.
I mean, some
Sterile.
people,
Yeah.
right. Actually, real quick, that was something that I was thinking about when we were doing that topic about like the voluntarily not having kids.
Mhm.
Imagine if the government was like, "Hey, we'll pay you to have a vasectomy." Think about how many people would do that. Because I feel like for it to actually like happen, the government or the planet Earth, whoever's ruling at that point, would have to create incentives for people to be like, "Hey, if you don't have kids, we'll provide this and that for you, whether it's paying for your vasectomy or this and that."
Instead of China imposing that you can have one kid.
Or we'll give you a free U2 CD.
Ooh. It's too late. It's already in your account.
Shout out to iTunes. No, I think no, for real. Like, I think a struggle with being 25. This is really boring, but like you get kicked off your parents' insurance when you're 26.
Mhm.
So everybody at 25 is like, I better not
remember.
have any medical bullshit happen.
Nothing that's going to last too long.
I remember.
So, and I think actually, and then being at 25, it's a funny age where it's a lot of like where people are still figuring out life, and it doesn't help with Facebook. You're shown it every day. Like there's classmates of mine that are like having kids, getting married, or maybe they're experiencing some kind of tragedy of some kind. So like in your like early, mid, sometimes late 20s, all this different life stuff is happening at once, where some people are still living at home, like at their parents. Some people like have a house. Some people are doctors. Some people are a cashier at wherever. So like just depending on your life path and like the opportunities you were given or received or whatever, it's just kind of all over the place. So it's also this weird pressure of being like, man, people are getting married and having kids right now. Maybe I should, but then you have to kind of like be like, okay,
no.
but then exactly, but then you have to be like, I'm on my own path. I know what I need to do. So it's just kind of a battle of like, like for me, for example, I'm single and I'm seeing a lot of my friends getting married, and I'm gonna be in 2 weddings coming up this coming May, and I'm just like, it's like that weird kind of pressure, but at the same time, it's like when the right person comes, she'll be there. So, but that's something like a lot of my friends and I talk about when we're seeing. It's a common thing where we're like, we'll text, like I'll get a text from my friend, be like, oh, did you see such and such from, high school, whatever, has a kid or got engaged, and it's more like, LOL, I'm still sitting here, single, doing whatever. So I guess that's kind of a long-winded answer. Does that kind of make sense to you guys? Because I feel like,
let me ask you this. Hold on. What's like the worst experience you've had with, online dating or apps or things like that?
Let's go ahead and put this
have you
in
ever sent a
superficial
picture?
Perspective.
Yeah, and have you ever sent a picture of your penis to somebody on?
Let's drop right through the floor of sincerity into penis.
Have you ever dick picked
anybody aside from Zach?
Wait, hold on. Have you ever been requested one like, hey?
Does anybody request?
That's fine.
Oh, there he goes. Yep. Drink up. Drink up. Drink up.
I'm so sorry. Did I say vulva?
Merry Christmas.
You did now, son. Let me answer the second one. I've actually never sent a dick pic.
Okay.
Good for you.
It's not because of
a bygone era.
Right. It's not because of like any, it's not out of any vulnerability. It's more like I'm not trying to get it out there, because there's always you hear about people who will send one, they'll send it to all their friends, somehow get onto the internet. You don't really see it, but like people will send it. I'm just not trying to have any part of that. I'm proud of what our Lord and Savior Harambe blessed me with, but I'll keep that to myself and whoever I'm with in bed. If that's fair.
No, dude, it's like
have you ever received a dick pic?
Aside from Zach Ward?
No. Well, wasn't that an accident, dude?
Both times?
My parents said I was an accident.
They just prefer to say unplanned, but then when pressed.
Isn't that called wienering now? Julio, I've never heard that, but I'm going to start using it.
Wienering.
But no, so like...
Have you ever been wienered out of something?
You know what, guys? I'm going to go wiener myself into the garage and get a holiday beer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Andy, get me one while you're at it.
Yeah, really.
Oh, shit. Close up.
Oh, damn. Yeah. So, Tanner, again, going back to like, how tough is dating in 2020, almost 2021? I mean, have women been really negative towards you, or said something like, what's happening?
I've been fortunate that like women haven't necessarily been like negative to me. I guess the closest thing to negative, like say it's an example where I'm talking to someone where maybe it could turn into a thing, but then they're just like, hey, you're really cool, I'm just not interested, type of thing. So that's honestly like that kind of scenario that's like the worst that's happened in terms of like maybe something will happen and just kidding, like basically being told like, I see you like a brother. That can be kind of fucked, but like I see where
for you I have an incest kink.
That's actually a lot of my favorite porn start out that way.
Oh, step
dude
bro.
When it comes to like step sibling and step parent shit, it's a game changer on Pornhub. Shout out.
It's like all they have on there, by the way. Unless
everything under the sun available to you with a couple clicks away,
and under the mom too.
But no, like,
Andy,
but no. So
yes.
So pandemic aside, online, like not just online dating in general is really weird. Anthony Weiner, bro, what's up, Julio? You clowning, dude?
No, you're like a celebrity now.
We need to get Julio on the show.
Oh,
Jen,
no.
you're not wrong.
I've invited Tanner over here We've shared beverages.
Hey, anytime any of you guys want to come over and hang out in the hot tub, please come down. Oh, yeah, exactly. Dude, I've already had the fucking virus. Come on down.
No, dude, I'm so game.
No,
3 out of 3
whatever.
blasphemers have had the virus.
I'll text you, Green.
Yeah.
I'll text you next week
Okay.
after Christmas. But no, seriously. So dating right now, like not just for people in your 20s, people for everyone right now is kind of weird. Not because of pandemic, but for example, you could come across someone, whether someone shows you a picture of someone, whether you come across them on a social media app, you can look or on a dating app, you can look them up on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And sometimes a lot of people will find someone online because a lot of times you'll have mutual friends if you're from the same area. Look them up on, say, Facebook or Instagram, and this is where it gets fucked. A lot of people tend to judge people based on their profile, like their social media presence, and versus who they are like in real life. So like you're not really giving someone the opportunity to like let them get to know them or get to know you.
We have a really unique opportunity here. Okay, we have Tanner, a single gentleman. Jen is in the chat. And
Jen, I love you.
Oh, here we go. We can hook everybody up.
Now, hold on. Just don't even begin to think that you know who Jen is. She perhaps just look at her profile picture and her face. And let's just say you came across her, hypothetically, because Jen's married, but you came across her profile picture and you have to be attracted to her. She's a very attractive lady. And you're like, and you found out that you're kind of a match. I don't know what happens in the app. Maybe it blinks or turns green or something. You swipe right. And hold on. To Jen, right now, what would be how would you start the conversation? What would you message her in this? How does this work? Walk us through this.
Okay. So when you swipe on people, when you swipe right, it means
you've already done that. Let's just go straight to Jen. You're actually
in her DMs.
Thank you. You're in her. What's the first thing you say to her to try to court a response?
Tanner goes a courting.
Do you use your old "Hey yo" or do you use?
This is modern times. This is a modern world.
Yeah. Would you say props to all girls named Jen, or how would you?
Props to all girls named Jen. Actually, every Jen I've met has been pretty sweet. But
come on, look at her picture, and just what would you say? And just pretend we're not here.
Give me a second, because I'm logged in on Facebook. Give me one moment.
Your cheeks are getting a little rosy. Come on, man.
It's the holiday beer.
We're friends.
This is where it's at.
Get into your Barry White state of mind. Right, Zach?
This is correct. This is correct. This is 100% correct.
Is she still watching?
Mm-mm.
There's a little lag. I don't know. She might be like laughing a little too hard at this point, but just look at her picture.
Okay, I'm looking right now.
Oh. Forget that I said that. Just look at her picture.
Is he actually on looking at her shit?
I'm legitimately on Facebook.
Okay. Now just no, it's just you and me, Tanner, except I'm Jen. Okay. What would you say to me to make me respond to you?
You can't park your car here. You can't park your car here.
Come on.
It's leaking oil.
Come on, Tanner, give it to me. What you got?
Okay, I would. Here's another thing.
No.
Low context. Okay. A lot of times when you have an online dating profile, you have some kind of bio. And sometimes they list off things they're passionate about, things they do. So
adventures.
If it had something to do with her bio, I would reference that.
Okay, she says I like guitars in her bio. How would you try to court her?
This is right up your fucking alley.
Come on, Tanner. Let's hear it. What would you say? Just pretend we're not here.
I like guitar straps.
Okay.
Okay.
And that you think that's your best effort and for her to respond back.
That's in his lexicon. He calls that one old drippy.
Because what I'm trying to do
Okay.
is
Walk us through this.
okay, you match with someone, which when you match with someone, it allows you to message them. Either I message her, she messages me. Depends. I personally try and reference bios as much as possible because I'm a kind of person that likes to go off of what they like and do and either relate to that or think it's awesome. So
okay, I'm gonna read you her bio.
saying,
I'm gonna read you her bio real quickly.
Oh no.
okay.
Hey, my name's Jen. I'm a really motivator. I like to have many irons and many fires and just be a busy bee all the time. But I'm also looking for something special too. And I'm looking for that special somebody that I can cuddle with that maybe doesn't have a whole lot of like body hair, but some is acceptable.
Is willing to lose some body hair. Some is acceptable.
I have a fair amount of body hair.
Me too.
Okay. You're fair. And I like, okay, easy grizzly.
Hey, Tom Selleck.
And
Christmas Wonderland.
Yeah, I like a live concerts from time to time. So there's her bio, right?
Okay.
Now, how are you gonna reel that? How are you gonna reel that one in? Come on, Tanner. Andy, you're making this worse.
Come on,
Tanner.
you can
Okay.
see the internet craze right now.
Friday night question mark.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Okay. Oh, God damn it. Okay, hold on.
Ooh, Friday night question mark.
Okay, Friday night question mark. You haven't even met yet. You haven't even struck.
Wait, hold on. What did Kelsey say again? Pull that back up. What did she say?
If she wants you to lose the body hair, lose her.
I agree.
I agree.
Okay.
Take me for who I am.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Kelsey. Shout out.
Shout out.
Okay. I just want to, like Andy says, peel the layers of the onion back here for a second.
I'm
Now,
gonna peel the onion.
wouldn't you strike up a conversation first, or would you just go, Friday at my place now? I mean, what?
No, I'm definitely the kind of person where like we match and maybe I'm in the position to message first. I say, "Hey, how's your day going?" or "How are you doing?" and then see how she responds. I want to
Okay.
see how receptive she would be. And if she says like, I'm doing well, maybe for example, she's like, "Oh, I'm doing well, just about to get off work and just
Chill.
good chill the rest of the night."
Cleaning the
What about
bathroom. What's up with you?
Right. And then I say, "What about you?" And then, or excuse me, she would say, "What about you?" And I say, whatever I'm doing. And then, because I feel like you need one or two back and forth things of like just kind of breaking the ice. Be like,
All
"Hey,
niceties.
how you doing?"
All niceties.
Because here's the thing with dating apps. A lot of people like to be creepy about it and start
Sure.
off with like a weird pickup line or just something like some kind of sexual innuendo.
Okay.
Whereas,
This is where the art enters into the scene. You want to actually make your mark, but you don't want to be creepy.
So Kelsey says, "Yeah, you got to have that back and forth before you're all my place and
The same Tarzan and Jane.
because like the thing, I guess this is my perspective because maybe I'm like Tarzan, Jane, whatever. I want the person who like I match with, like I swiped right on them for a reason because I think they're attractive or they have qualities that I look for in a girl, and I want them to feel comfortable and to just then let them know that like, hey, I'm literally genuinely interested in you, but also like I genuinely hope like all's good and I want you to feel cool talking to me. Like,
okay,
like that sounds lame, but that's genuinely who I am.
super lame. So that's a
I'm
woman-
lame. Fuck
This
it.
is why motherfuckers don't. Tanner, keep doing what you're doing, dude. Fucking hold out.
Tanner,
Yeah, please don't listen to us.
Last
Do
fucking
not listen
castle.
to
Hey,
us.
Hold that
I
shit.
have one. Let me slide in some real quick. Do you guys remember? I think it must have been May, June, or July. I did a shout out where a girl didn't go on a date with me because she thought she had COVID, and like
Yeah.
that. But that was like the second attempt I tried having a date with her. Andy was correct because he said if that was like if it continued on like that kind of vibe, then like just don't worry about her and like focus your attention on someone else. I haven't talked to her since, so it's all
Her
I
loss.
hope, I hope she's all good,
Her
but
loss.
I mean, whatever.
As has always been said, do not dance with somebody who does not want to dance with you.
Correct.
You
It
dance
sucks.
if you want to.
You can dance if you want to, and if you want to, that's
Tanner, you just want to go out there. You want to fucking fire all guns. You want to you want to take the fucking lamps and throw them against the fucking wall and just throw them through the
ejaculate
Dry
into
wall.
the uterus of life.
Yes.
You want to fucking just go fucking crazy. You don't want to worry about cleaning up the messes.
Tanner, that brings up a
That works great
Don't-
with mine.
Don't worry about cleaning up the messes. You just want to fucking throw that shit.
Just ejaculate into the uterus of
Ejaculate
life.
everywhere. Take your guns as you're fucking ejaculating and fucking shoot them into the fucking ceiling. Don't worry about the drywall falling onto you. And then you pick up those lamps on the nightstand and you just fucking throw them across the room. You're like, yeah! Because life is so short. Just fucking enjoy it.
You
Fuck
need to
what everybody
juxtapose
thinks.
the pregnancy fetishist in
Wow.
you and the Motley Crue enthusiast and just
yeah.
go with it.
Fuck,
Yo,
man. It's all fucking short, man. We are a blink of an eye.
That just sounds like a very stressful day at Valley City Furniture.
Sir, get off the
fuck-
couch.
hey,
Sir, get off the
hey.
couch.
Shit or get off
Fuck.
the couch.
Fuck
right.
Motley Crue.
Hey, by the way, Tanner, a relationship question
Yes.
again. Do you,
Is it now?
okay,
Twice.
usually when you're younger, there's this thing always being brought up about how many people have had sex with, the number, so to speak, quote
It's
unquote.
called the body count.
Body count. Yeah.
Body count. At your age at 25, is body count, is that a turn off or you don't care, or what is somebody like if
How
some
have
girl
perceptions of promiscuity changed over the years, Tanner?
yeah,
It's-
thank you. Jesus. Yes. Exactly.
You never asked.
Perceptions
No,
of,
body.
of promiscuity is my hardcore band, by the way.
Oh.
Oh hell yeah! Send me that Bandcamp link.
Yeah, right.
No, so body counts. It's a thing, but it's not. Like in conversation, like hearing someone's body count is at least interesting. Like how many people you've been with, because then it can lead up to like what was like a weird experience you had, what was a bad experience, good experience, that kind of thing. Like if you had like say, if you talk to someone who's been with like 10 people, you're bound to have some kind of interesting experience in there. At the same time, body count can maybe distinguish someone's like sexual experience or like their comfortableness or like how overall just like their experience with sex. Like if you talk to someone who's had like maybe a handful of sexual experiences, they probably know what they're doing. Maybe if you have someone who had like a few, like we're maybe like one or two by like 25, then like maybe was there a reason why you haven't been with too many? Did you wait? So it's kind of a yes and no question. So it matters, but it doesn't. But it's more so just out of curiosity. But if you talk to someone who has like, if I were to talk to a girl who had like a low body count, and I can say my body count's a little higher than that, then once like the topic of sex comes up, I really don't want to say walk her through it, but like if there's anything she has questions about or if anything I can make her feel more comfortable with, just because I've been with more people, maybe I could be of service that way.
It's that post-sex survey though that kind of turns people off for a return visit though.
It's that YouTube survey that comes.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait until at least a day or two afterwards, so they have their own post-nut clarity about it. And by the way, I have a question for Zach Green. Zach Green, would you say that if somebody has never had sex and has only masturbated, that they have only been with a handful of people?
A handful.
No, it's
a weird question.
It's an entirely different fucking planet and universe.
Okay, all right.
Tanner,
I need to know these things.
Last question, because we're gonna have to wrap this up here.
Okay.
What was the first thing that kind of pops in your head what was something that you were having sex with a woman that you were impressed that they did because you never experienced it before? Is that a good one, Andy?
Yeah, I think that's great. What is the most surprising thing that's happened to you?
It is a little bizarre, and maybe it needs a little explanation that we're talking about sex, and your middle name on the thing is Squirts. Kind of makes it awkward, but
it better be honest advertising because I've got an appointment with you after the holidays.
Yeah, because if you're a guy, it only squirts one color, right? Kind of. So
it only squirts one color.
So what? Again, the question is, what's one thing?
Don't come over to the hot tub, please,
dude. I was gonna text you on like Monday. Please. Damn,
Mary shit.
What's a memory that a woman did to you that you've never experienced that really surprised you during sex?
Name, Facebook profile address, email address. Just make sure you really embarrass the hell out of them.
Nothing? Is there something that you were?
No, I just have a lot that's going through my head at the moment. How about?
Can I just hit the X in the top part of the screen and just call it off?
Yeah.
How about while I'm thinking, you guys list it off? No, you guys list it off. What's been one for you guys where you've been like, okay, awesome, all right. This is a roundtable discussion.
Yeah.
Now it is.
I gotta think about it for a second. Yeah.
I mean, Green, you have so many 8 Mile experiences.
What's the question again?
What's one thing when you were having sex that your partner did to you that you were just impressed and have never experienced before up until that point?
Just no. I probably when she was on her period.
Oh,
what? That there was no. Yeah. There was just like, yeah, let's do it. Or
yeah, you're okay. Like, I don't give a fuck, and here it is, and
okay.
That's a good one.
You're the one.
That's a really good one.
And then I can literally say I've earned my Red Wings.
Man.
No, that is your holiday gift from us. A simple blasphemy, ladies and gentlemen.
Bad. I know it's awful. Yeah, but I did it.
I would definitely say a wandering pinky was
that's also nice. But that's not as bad as the
I'm just
pinky.
saying
You're not going for the full wandering duckbill or the meandering gooseneck.
There's a lot of nerve endings down there.
I'm just saying, the out of nowhere avocado.
Okay, hey,
where's the avocado?
Just make sure it's not fucking guac. That's all I gotta fucking say, man. I don't want any fucking green guac.
Andy,
Zach green guac.
Oh my god.
What?
All right, come on, Tanner, give it to us. What's one thing?
Let me respond to Kelsey's comment real quick.
Missionary ain't bad. No, it's not.
It ain't bad. I like it.
When you're on the bottom, or which missionary are you talking about?
Missionary is when the girl is on her back and then the guy is on top.
Okay.
And
Catholic style.
Actually, no. Green put in perspective, like he gave a great example which I kind of based off of. After having a bunch of girlfriends, one girlfriend let me have anal with her, right?
Okay.
Because like it that was an open-ended question, but that was a fair question. I was trying to think of all these different little things because it's like overall I've had very good sexual experiences, but one that came to mind and Green kind of set that bar was like the one girl who let me do anal for the first time because where the girl he was with was like, I'm on my period, but I don't really give a fuck. The girl I was with was just starting her period, but wasn't like, it was the very beginning where they weren't feeling super hot.
It's called the bummer.
Right. But I guess she was just like, I guess you're just going to have to fuck me in the butt. And no other girl let me do
bummer.
For that reason.
Oh, that's a bummer, man.
No, dude,
figuring out some really good stuff here.
Yeah. No, I love this talk. We're gonna have to have another discussion off air sometime. But no,
there's no shame. There's no shame.
there's
enjoy. Just food that shit.
This is kink shame free.
Fuck yeah.
Everything's on the table. But yes, to me, anal. It was
bizarre and risque.
And to me, her letting me fuck her in the butt was more or less just like, hey, maybe not here, but let's try this. You know what I mean? So I'd say that.
That's a good one.
And I've only done it with one girl, and it was that girl.
That's a Stanley Cup achievement there.
Okay.
Go Wings.
Go Wings.
Ah,
Go Red Wings.
it looked more like cherry cordial when I was done.
Party like it's 2008, son.
All right.
It's like a trademark.
It writes itself, right, Green?
Yep.
Well, guess
Red
what?
Wings.
If you've made it this far, we'd like to say happy holidays to you. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, everybody in the chat, all the way from Florida and to the East Coast with Julio and everybody across the world that tunes in. We really appreciate you. And next week, we have T-Jump, who is a gentleman that debates. And so we're going to dive into his backstory and see how he became. There's a YouTube channel called Modern Day Debates that's been really getting popular, and he's a pretty staple. He's often on there debating and using, just using his skill sets and having really cool discussions. So look forward to that next week.
Looking forward to it.
Look forward to us debasing all the good stuff that he's got to bring to the table.
Other than that, I hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you next week. And stay safe, folks. See you later.
Later, guys.
You know what? I have a new